Alright, what's up? This is the OG version of my tempo stealth. I just kind of made this and blasted my way up the ladder pretty far with it. I made it pretty far through Diamond. And this was like with barely any changes. You can actually see the deck building video. I'll also have that up, but I wanted to take a minute and go through and like talk about the card choices and how I got here. It basically started with the Rooted Observer getting a buff. It's now able to like trade with like Dovids and like other 4/4s in the meta, which takes it from like not that interesting as a 3/3 to insanely interesting as a 4/3. This is a lot of damage you can get out on the board from just a 1-drop and a pretty solid tempo play. So that pushed me towards just cutting Justice from my previous stealth deck and just seeing how low to the ground we could get. I added Cloaked Guide. Amusingly, I say low to the ground and immediately bring up a flying unit, but don't at me. Anyway, Cloaked Guide makes our stealth units cheaper, and this is a stackable effect. So later on in the game when we're drawing a crap load of cards, this can actually help you get pretty out of hand. The chip damage is also nice. Desert Alchemist, 2 power, 2/1 deadly ambush plunder, combos nicely with our Thunderstrike dragons, and just make sure you're hitting your power drops. It's extremely important right now. There's Sandstorm Titans everywhere, so it's good to have something like this that just trades with everything. Speed Grafter gives us access to a pretty solid market. Charged Out Adradius is one of the ways we win a lot of games. Usually your opponent doesn't really want to block it when it's like a stealth unit coming at them, and then it'll slam through and then leave a unit behind, and you're like not behind on board at all, plus you've still got this Adradius ready to come back punching next turn. Pretty solid. Valiant Guardian, ultra late game, but when it comes down and if you're able to like even hit with this once, definitely can take over the game. Customs Officer, pretty solid removal. It's probably the worst card in the market, but you just need something like this. Just kind of a catch-all and additional removal, and also can carry charge somewhat okay. Mandatory Retirement is one of the better cards in our market, being our Relic Hate and Unit Hate, and being Transform as well. These two cards are kind of our only ways to stop our opponents from popping off with D'Angelo's Might, so that's what we're doing there. And then Zumok Whisper helps you counter all the manacles and permafrost spam going around. A lot of times you'll have like really super thick Jufies and they're just sitting there with permafrosts waiting for us to hit our Speed Grafter and just like one-shot our opponent. Hidden Crusader, this is probably our favorite card to play on turn 2 with Cloaked Guide. There's not really a board state where Hidden Crusader's bad, unless like you desperately want cards and then like maybe your opponent's able to like ping it and you don't draw a card. Iron Ursa, being able to counter enemy spells can be pretty clutch. Honestly, I think when I made this deck, a lot of people weren't really like aware of Iron Ursa or like weren't playing around it. That's definitely changed. People know to like play around Iron Ursa now, and you're not going to get as many free blowouts with it as maybe I did in the videos. Jufy, Dragon's Eye is just insane. We're drawing a lot of cards in this deck, so she can get pretty big pretty fast. She's solid. Valise, I put her in here as a way to like cycle through my Echo Dragons and like get actual cards, or to like power up my Jufies and give them Overwhelm. Being a 4/4 is also solid. Lucent Guide's in here because you're going to play against these grindy decks that are playing like a billion ways to kill your guys. And so when they play their Mandevilla to kill your 5-drop, they end up with a 0/0 Mandevilla and you get 2 1/3s. I've also had it come up where I've stalled out the board and paying 7 to gain a bunch of life just won me the game. Thunderstrike Dragon, speaking of board stalls, this is a fantastic way to break open a board stall. Just having endless dragons coming in and beating them over the head through the sky could be a way to close out the game. And sometimes you're just plundering half of it or you're speed graftering half of it, but you'll still have another dragon sitting around to razzle dazzle with. And a 5/6 kills someone in 5 turns, so nothing to turn our noses up at. Permafrost is just like good removal, so we're gonna play it. Ring of Glamour helps us draw cards, and Wisdom of Elders also helps us draw cards. For the power base, we're playing 3 Rune of Relocation and 2 Rune of Trickery, and the rest is just like untapped power for us to guarantee a pretty solid curve. And that's the deck. This is the original version of it. I do have a tweaked version that'll probably be coming out later. I may attach that deck list in the videos, or you know, they'll probably come out within a week of this video coming out. So if you're looking for that, you can hop on my Discord and see the updated list, or just wait for me to release it on YouTube. That's up to you. Thank you for watching.